Have you ever prayed the same prayer so many times and you're starting to wonder if you're even praying it right? And you're like, God, what do you want me to do with my life? You've asked it in the morning, you've asked it fasting, you've asked it worshiping, you've asked it just sitting still, you've even asked it while, praying in church and all of that. And yet you're waiting for the words and you're just waiting and waiting and you're ready to journal it down, but nothing's coming. You don't have that clarity. If that's you, I want you to stay right here. I've got a letter to read and it's asking this same question and we're going to break it down. This is Hello Misola and you're welcome to another episode. Now let us read today's letter. Hello Misola, I've been asking God the same question for the last 2 years. What do you want me to do with my life? I pray, I fast, I read my Bible, I even write in a journal, hoping something will become clear, but I'm still confused. I'm grateful for my job, but I don't feel fulfilled. I keep wondering if I'm meant to be doing something else, but I'm afraid I'm making the wrong decision. Sometimes I envy people who seem so certain about their calling. How do you know when God is leading you? And how do you stop overthinking every decision? I tell you what, ever since I started talking about you don't have a money problem, you have a purpose problem, change your money story, focus on your purpose and all of that. And people are like, I always get this next question: how do I know what I'm supposed to be doing? So it's probably a good thing that you've sent in this question because we're going to break it down. I've broken it down in multiple videos, but I mean, there's nothing wrong in doing it multiple times, isn't it? Okay, here's my honest, off the top of my head take on this. You find clarity by diligently tending towards what's already in your hands. So if you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, what am I meant to be doing? What do you have right now in your hands? You've got a job. Yes, I get it. You don't feel fulfilled. And you doing the job is not what's going to make you feel fulfilled. But how can you tend to what you have currently? Why? Because clarity comes by doing. The more you do it, the more you are diligently doing the thing that is currently in your hands. One thing you know, and that's what you already know, is that it's not for me. This thing is not for me. But then again, there are things called transferable skills. There might be some things that you enjoy while you're on the job, and then you want to transfer it. You already have an idea, but you're probably not sure if this is it or if this is right. But even if you don't have an idea, let me not sit and assume that you already have an idea. Even if you don't have an idea, how can you just consistently do the thing and one day it's going to click? Honestly, it's not clicking now, but it would click. And I want you to understand that you're not the only person. A lot of people are going through this. And so you're not doing anything wrong. You're not the only one. But off the top of my head, before we start breaking it down into the kingdom perspective and then practical steps that you can start, doing right now to take action, just focus on what you currently have. As unfulfilling as that job may be, there is purpose in pain. So sit there, do the work, be consistent, be diligent, and I tell you, you will come back and tell us that honestly, I now know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. So let us move on to the kingdom perspective. I want to reframe something about how prayer works. When we pray and we're asking God for something, He answers us immediately. Now, there are 3 outcomes. It's either one of those 3. It's a yes, no, or wait. So essentially, the prayers have been answered already. All we're doing is we're waiting for the manifestation of that prayer. So let me use this analogy. So let me ask you something. If your father told you, I'm going to give you a significant amount of money by Friday, and today is Monday, would you spend every day until Friday calling him and asking him for that money? Or yes, you would still call him because you probably have that relationship where you talk every day. But when you call him, you're showing some sign of gratitude and you're like, thank you. Based on this, based on that, you have normal conversations, but you don't call every day asking for that same thing. So what I want you to do is I want you to understand that you would rest. You have prayed and you have prayed. So rest and genuinely believe that He has heard you and He's going to answer you. Now, it doesn't take away the place of fellowship. It doesn't take away the place of you communicating with your God frequently as often as you do it. But you have prayed and you know that though it may tarry, it would still come. And that's the posture that I want to invite you into. So let us read Psalm 66 verse 19 and 20. It says, but God has indeed heard me. He has listened to my prayer. I praise God because He did not reject my prayer or keep back His constant love from me. He has heard you the first time you asked. Now, yes, by all means, if you are not certain, you keep praying about it. But the moment you know that you have heard from God and He has answered you, then you break out in thanksgiving and you just relax and rest and know that He is faithful to answer you and to, bring to the manifestations the things that you have asked for. However, let me also add, I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but it's always good to add this. Let me also add that we should not turn our relationship to God with God to a transactional relationship. What do I mean by this? You're constantly praying for God to, so let me use myself as an example. There was a time where I was waiting on a job and I was constantly praying. That was like the focus. So many times, maybe job or a visa application or a challenge that I'm currently going through, and then it was just like, God, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? And that was the focus of my prayers. So every time I'm going there, I'm asking for something, even a physical relationship with your friend, your loved one, and all of that. They don't like it when you wouldn't like it when someone is just with you for what they can get. So I am encouraging you, and I'm not saying that you're doing this. I'm just saying that you should be mindful that your relationship with your God at this time is not transactional, because whether you fulfill your purpose, He reveals it to you, or He does not reveal it to you, He is God. He's loved you, and it cannot change. But you also have that confidence that He's going to answer you. So grow that relationship genuinely from a place of love, fellowship with Him. Also ask. I'm not saying don't ask. He's your God, He's our Father. I ask all the time, right? But beyond the asking, understand Him as your Father and understand His love for you. And that would really help you. Honestly, because what you're talking about is purpose. You're trying to figure out what it is you're meant to be doing here. And when you know the heart of your Father, then you know yourself and you kind of understand what it is He wants you to do. Why some things make you tick and some things don't. It takes time. It's going to come. So you just keep going. You've prayed about it. All I'm saying in this kingdom perspective is that you should rest in Him. Ask Him for that perfect peace and just rest in Him and be rest assured that He is faithful to complete it and He will reveal it to you. Now, let us move on to practical steps that you can take on right now. Step 1, please and please and please do not quit your job. I beg you. Whatever it is that you're doing, yes, the job is draining, it doesn't feel fulfilling, but it's putting food on your table. It's what's giving you some sort of stability. And whatever it is you're about to venture into, you would need that. If your purpose is to start a business or to do something else, there is always a foundational stage where you don't see the results just yet. What is going to help you maintain some sort of sanity, keep a roof over your head, put food on the table, and pay your bills before those things start to manifest is your job. So please do not quit your job, which is why I say show up consistently and be diligent in that job. Let it never be said that you did not do your work well. That's the goal you're aiming for, right? And just believe. Honestly, there's the passage that says, "He is a man diligent in his ways, he shall stand before kings and not mere men." Whatever it is, your path, God has already planned it and it would happen. It would work out for you. Step 2, I think that's what I've been saying throughout. Sit back and relax. You're going to need to just relax. Sit down and just understand that when you have that confidence in Him and you believe in Him, sit back and relax. But while you're relaxing, it's not that you're not doing anything. You're at the job. You're doing your normal routine. Right? And one day it would drop. It would happen. So, yes, I know you're waiting. I know you've prayed. But I want you to just not stop believing. And while you're waiting, relax. It would happen. And then the third step is for you to manage your money well. So, like I said, there is always a foundational stage. But whatever it is you're about to venture into, when you finally have clarity on what that is, it's going to require resources from you. But beyond it requiring resources from you, because what I also believe is that where God sends you, He has made the resources available to you on the way, right? But beyond it requiring resources from you, you want to manage what it is that you have. Because believe it or not, you're living in someone else's prayer point right now. I mean, you're living in your own prayer point from a few years or a few months from your past. You've prayed that, God, I need a job. I want to be able to pay the bills. I want to have money. And then you have a job. So you're living in a prayer point that you made. So the only way you can show gratitude is for you to steward and manage your money well. Have some sort of savings. Look at your income and expenditure. Be fully aware of what goes in and what comes out. Save for yourself. For whatever it is that you want to do, you just want to be able to have cash flow, because cash is king, and that is what is going to be able to help you to move on to the next step for when you have clarity and when you're ready. So what you can do today is to go into your bank app. If you don't know how much your income and expenditure is, look at what's coming in, look at what's going out, and then make a decision of how much you're going to put in a pot going forward. And this is your savings for your purpose, savings for your future, savings for you, whatever it is you want to do, for giving, whatever it is. You don't know how much you have if you don't save it and you don't put something aside. Now, here's the reset that I want to leave you with as I'm trying to wrap up this video. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling this way. It's perfectly normal. As a matter of fact, I think it's a welcome feeling. It's a good feeling to have. It means that change is around the corner. And I would like to commend you because you don't want to settle. And that's a fact. And that's great. And that's why you keep asking the question. And that's why you're waiting, patiently. So you're exactly where you need to be right now. Stay where you are. Ask Him for the blueprint and keep your hands busy in the meantime. First things first. And then the clarity will come. It's coming. Just don't stop moving while you wait. So for your own case, your own scenario, your mode of action, you moving, you continuing to do what it is that you're currently doing, what is in your hands, that's how you're taking action. And best believe that you're doing your part, and understand and trust that God will play His own path and reveal it to you. Anyway, so as I try to edit this video, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to Hello Misola. I am building a community here, and I would love to have you here to be a part of the community, where we as immigrants, we understand that we cannot stay stuck, and so we're in between stuck and purpose, and then we go for it and we live the life that we've always wanted to live. And if you have a question, you have a challenge that you're going through, and you want me to, have a look at it and give my own perspective, give you a kingdom perspective, just have a third pair of eyes look at what it is you're currently going through, send me a letter. Click the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, before I go, please like the video so that the algorithm can do what it does best, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.